Right then, this is R-Type Delta for the PlayStation, made by Iram. The R-Type series is very, very legendary. You couldn't find a single console or computer in the 8-bit or 16-bit era that didn't have a port of R-Type. This is your ship selection screen right here. There are 3 ships. That's the standard ship. It's basically the same from R-Type Leo. The anchor ship has this weird look orb ball firing shot thing, which sticks to near your ship and it allows you to do really heavy damage with it. And there's the tentacle ship, which fires beams from these huge tentacles. As you can probably tell just by looking at the ship selection screen and through this screen here, that Iram put a lot of thought making this game as atmospheric and as good looking as possible. Actually, the music is also very good. Like, just wow, look at those graphics, it's just fantastic. Anyway, for those who haven't played R-Type, although if you're probably watching this video, you probably found out from the retro forums or whatever, so you probably have. For those who have been living in quotes decay for the past, I don't know, 10 years or so, R-Type is a horizontal shooter where it's pretty much based on memory as opposed to reflexes. It does get very hectic on screen with bullets and stuff, but most of it can be learned. The weapon system on this game is very, very unique. It sticks to the traditional R-Type system where you have the force ball, which you can fire out of your ship and rub into enemies and stuff to gain more power. Once that power meter at the bottom left on the screen goes to 100, essentially you get the all-screen clearing bomb called the Delta weapon. This weapon can completely annihilate bosses within seconds, so it's worth killing as much enemies as possible using that little orb. Now, just like the later reincarnations of the R-Type series, there's 2 charge levels to the charge beam, which you can do by holding down the fire button. There are 3 different types of lasers for each ship, and by the way, each ship's weapon system dramatically different from each other. I mean, you would think that it'd just be like the traditional R-Type ship but with slightly different bells and whistles. They are actually drastically different. This anchor ship, for example, its force ball sticks with the player, so it's actually much easier to claw the force ball into the enemy. Like if you're fighting a giant boss creature and stuff, that ball can do some serious damage if you just basically impale the ball into the boss's weak spot. Of course, each of the weapons are upgradable. Like you can have 2 levels to each of the different colours. There are 3 different colours, so there's 3 different types of shot. There's the screen clearing bomb I just showed you, although I killed the boss before actually using it, so it was a bit pointless using it. Yeah, the level design on this game is fantastic. The levels are challenging, but not too unfair. Everything can be learned, just like the original R-Type. Just goes to show that, you know, great game design isn't dead, so to speak. Speaking of actual game design, or not game design but program design in fact, it's fantastic that this game has absolutely no slowdown. Okay, granted I am running this through the emulator, but I have played this on the PlayStation and there is no slowdown. Unlike G-Dice, which does suffer a little from slowdown, you gotta give it to the people at Iram. They did a fantastic job of what's going on screen here. That was not that one boss. Sorry. Yeah, anyway, slowdown. They did a fantastic job of making sure that this game runs at smooth 50 frames a second, and trust me, this game does get very mad, as you can probably tell right now. Overall, the presentation of the game is fantastic. I mean, just look at it. There's stuff exploding, there's nice big vibrant enemies. Each of the levels look different from each other. The enemies act really, really independently from each other. They're not just like, oh, here's a different ship with a slightly different skin tone, it's slightly tougher. You do get some weird and wacky enemies in this game. Just wow. The music on this is also very good. It's very anime-esque. Being from a Japanese developer that I think who based this on anime pretty much, because the bio they were like, oh, demons on space that look almost exactly like humans. Nearly ripped off of a few anime shows which will remain nameless. Now here's the boss battle. The bosses on this are fantastic. All of them have patterns that can be learned. They're not too sort of psychotic, so to speak, although they are quite impressive with their attacks and stuff. Anyway, a final rating, this game's getting an essential purchase because it was pretty evident when I took this game back to my friend's house after a hard day shopping when I bought this game for $1.50 at Game Station. After about 3 minutes I already knew this game was the best R-Type in the series. And since then I've been playing it ever since. And trust me, you can get this game for 5 to 10 quid on eBay. Hell, and if you did buy this for 10 quid on eBay, trust me, it's worth every penny because this is the greatest horizontal on the PSX.